Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's live SEO Q&A, where you're joined by him, Mr. Chris Palmer, SEO.com, who's had the same clothes on for 4 or 5 days. Just getting that out there, guys. Sorry, Chris.
Oh, no, it's all right.
And before
It's
we
been
talk
a busy
about
week.
that, check out odys.cc if you're interested in age domains. And also make sure you give us a little like on the video if you've just joined us. But Chris, you've had the same clothes on for 4 or 5 days. Why have you been so busy? What have you been doing?
Buying sites, getting sites ready. So services, a couple clients, new clients. I just been busy trying to set up some of that outreach stuff. So that's been holding me up. Just running services, clients, setting up new sites, just working. Plus it's cold here, you know.
You need a holiday, mate. You need a holiday.
Nah.
Come on.
No.
Anyway, before we go into any questions, please do put your questions in the live chat. But we have Fred Hutterson back in his normal place. Fred, good to see you. Stiggs saying bollocks. That's the Scottish way to say it. Hey brothers, what's up from Mr. Randy Roday? Good to see you, Randy. Mr. Palmer is there, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Poland. I just love how the last three, I'm going to go back. The last three, Randy, Chris Palmer, and Adam Poland, what have they all got in common?
Really cool photos.
Yeah.
Somebody likes, what's it called? Bitly? No, it's Bitmoji.
Yeah.
We all like Bitmoji.
Holly Starks, let's get this party started, yo. Good afternoon, boys. Good afternoon, Holly. And you're right, Holly. Lame photos from these guys. Robert, good to see you. Groot Music, hello. But yeah, put your questions in the chat, guys. We will get round to answering them when they start popping through. But Maeve is also here. It's always good to do the hellos. A big long list of hellos is always a good sign. Honey is also here. Good to see you, Honey.
I haven't seen that one in a while. That name.
Honey, come on. Honey's on here all the time.
All the time, yeah, but it's been the last couple I haven't seen her. Or he, maybe, I don't know. I assume it's a girl.
I'm not sure on that one. Also, I wasn't sure about Maeve. I now know that's an Irish female because Brad and Mike told me, and I think Maeve told me as well. But I was always like, what is this name? And is this a guy or a girl? So, yeah, it is what it is. Holly, when is my next event? I am due to go to Amsterdam at the end of this month, just for a small meetup. I am then due in Poland at some point in April, again for a smallish meetup. But my next proper event, I believe, is in May in Romania. And then I've got Spain twice in June. And that's as far ahead as I can remember. But yeah, just a couple of small events. But I'm not sure if I'm going to go to the ones in Poland and stuff, just because of what's going on over there. So I'll need to play that one by ear. I'll definitely go to Amsterdam though, because those Dutch guys are animals when it comes to SEO. So oh, they are, man. I'm telling you, fucking unbelievable. But Justin Weeks is here. Radu Diz, hello. Good to see you, mate. Nothing in the States, Holly. I was going to come to that thing you guys were having at the start of April, but I actually have a family holiday, and the wife is booked from the 5th to the 15th in Gran Canaria. So I'm having a wee vacation for the first time in a few years. So got to keep happy wife, happy life, as I'm sure you know, Holly.
That's a fact.
I can get over there probably start of June, end of June. I've got 2 in Spain. May, I don't have a huge amount on, so May is definitely something I can get over there for sure. And you guys are not far off the East Coast anyway, so it's not fucking Vegas style or California, which is madness. So yes, Holly, let me know. And Saqueline, good to see you.
Oh, you prefer coming to the East Coast?
Yeah, man. Not for the weather, of course. It's just an easier flight. Like New York, something like, I don't know, 6 hours or some shit from Scotland. So, and you know, just a bit past that, but it's like 10, 11 hours to get to fucking LA, which is a fucking pain in the ass. But
well, yeah. What's the point? I don't want to. I wouldn't want to go there anyway.
I like the good weather.
Yeah.
Glenart, good to see you. Stiggs, I am allowed to leave the country after last week's shenanigans. Not sure the wife will let me. I'm in Connecticut. Come visit. Is that east or west? I have no clue about America. It's a difficult one. I don't know what that is, but I'd love to sometime for sure. You would fly to Chicago, then I'd like to have it in Milwaukee. So that's the 30-minute flight probably. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I can get there. And I've not been to America for a few years, so it is something I want to do for sure. But guys, questions are coming. So keep the questions coming, guys. Robert has the first one. I see that Chris tries to rank with Chris Palmer Marketing in New York and Los Angeles. What are good backlinks for local landing pages?
I mean, I wasn't really trying in Los Angeles. All I did was copy and paste the content from New York. It worked. But I did try New York, though. I've been trying that one. Yeah, I did try that. Good links. Well, I guess I'm not number one, so I don't know. I don't think I have the right formula quite yet, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did it take to get there? Guest posts, press release, Holly's network. That's pretty much about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
About 100 guest posts and some citations and Holly's network. That's it. Poof. First page.
So yeah, hopefully that helps you, Robert. Milwaukee sucks. Do Sheboygan. Ha ha ha. Sheboygan? I don't know what that means. Is that a place? This is like you last week. This is like you last week. What is a W3C? You just hear the keyboard going. This is like you last week. What is a W3C? What the fuck?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I was closing up the windows and I saw it again. I'm like, wait a minute. Did he say that twice? It was the wrong window.
Sheboygan is in Wisconsin. Much better town in Wisconsin, but I'm biased. Holly's asking, is there any boosts from the YouTube thing you posted yesterday? To be honest, Holly, I've not even looked today. I will fill you in later on, but I've not even looked. But so, Chris, you probably know or may have seen that so someone was in Holly's group, her private mastermind thing on a Monday, and she's been going on about getting your YouTube channel in the Google News feed. Did you know that was possible?
I knew yesterday.
But yeah, I don't know what the benefits are, and there's still a bit of testing to go on, and obviously want to see what else you can get Google News approved and all that stuff. But yeah, I honestly know, Holly. I don't even know how he done it, to be honest, Holly. He just done it for me. Magic PR, the dude there was just like, fuck, I'll try it, and he got mine in the index, which was in the Google News thing. And even though my main website's not Google News approved yet, also submitted for that yesterday. But I will fill you in, Holly, when I see or when I've got some data. But it was only like yesterday that happened. I'd post some videos that are keyword rich, like shots. See if they if it boosts higher. I will definitely, for sure. I've got a lot of stuff I want to mess around with and see what happens. So yeah, I will keep you guys posted. SEO expert Sandy Rowley, what are your thoughts on GMB embeds, Chris? Are you using that, embeds and all that kind of stuff?
I have been, yes. I like them. Depends on how many you're creating. So yeah, I think that they're effective overall. Yes. I mean, that's my thoughts. Yeah.
You are using them and they do work.
I'm trying to pinpoint if that's the only thing. On the campaigns where I found the best success, that was included. I really like to pinpoint if that's the only thing that it was. It's almost like there's a mixture there. So I've been utilizing those along with pin drops and creating multiple accounts. And it's been effective, but there's been so many other things. So do I think that it's just that? It's hard for me to say as of right now. But I do use them, yes.
Interesting. Saquin, I have a question, Craig. Please make a video, keyword cluster and topical relevance. Now, just to show that this is not your idea, I just want to show something. The next video that's going out on my channel is what are topical clusters. So you've kind of got that coming when I decide to make that public. So it will be coming soon, mate. It will be coming soon. The video is made. I've just not yet published it. But yeah, that will go out later today or tomorrow. And hopefully it helps you, buddy. Need to scroll down. I love this term. Is Holly Stark's network not a black hat PBN? So
I don't think so. I think it's however you want to look at it. I think it's a completely white hat way of building high quality, relevant links to whatever you want. It could be whatever I want it to be.
Yeah,
I paid for it. It's mine.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the word black hat SEO and black hat and all that stuff. But I think a lot of people, make mistakes when they associate something a news network, a news network, or I don't know, GSA just smashing links out there. What's one of them's black hat? The network's clearly white hat in comparison. So it depends. Are you supposed to be using news networks and stuff like that? Who says you can't? Loads of PR companies are doing the same thing. And Randy and various other people have all got, PR or digital PR, call it what you like. So, it's not a black hat PBN as such. These websites are getting regular content and stuff, and they are working. So I don't consider it black hat. I would consider spamming and, all of that kind of stuff as black hat. But nah, it's just a service, if you ask me. But again, people term me as black hat. I've never really done anything that I would consider to be outrageously black hat. There's people out there doing way worse than me, so it's a matter of opinion.
I agree. There's way worse than using a freaking news network.
Yeah. Yeah, way worse. Does location relevance, is it important, or services relevance is important to rank a local website? I mean, like a high authority website in New York in the landscaper niche linked to plumber niche in New York. So would a landscaper link to a plumber niche, is that relevant?
I mean, obviously that's not that relevant, but you could make it slightly relevant. I'm sure that you could curate a post that could be in the same home services niche. You can make you can make it work.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's the highest relevant thing, but you can make it work. And a link is a link, in my opinion. I think it's, to me, links are either a plus or nothing at all. So I don't know.
Makes sense. But I mean, certainly I wouldn't be looking to like those two together as such. I think services relevance is what you're wanting, not really because it's another New York guy. I don't think location relevance is that important for me. I'd be looking for something that's similar niche, like home improvements or something like that. But yeah, I certainly wouldn't be doing it based on the fact that they were both in New York, in my opinion, anyway. But hopefully that helps. Chris, do you do a YouTube citations as well?
I'm adding that in, yes, but not to the level like you're probably thinking. But yes, I do utilize the YouTube citations. That's another thing that I want to single out and figure out, hey, can this individually help boost me? But I'm not like building out hundreds, usually like 4 or 5, especially if the client already has a YouTube channel. It's nothing to go back in there and update those videos.
Yeah.
That's really what that's how I use it.
Robert Holly is saying, send the network post to Tiers and you're fine. Hello, ZE Electrical. Long time no see. Hope you're keeping well, buddy. Do you ever accept interviews from smaller SEO influences on LinkedIn Live or Clubhouse? If so, what are the minimum requirements on follower counts? So, Chris, do you accept interviews from smaller influences on LinkedIn Live or Clubhouse?
I don't have LinkedIn Live. That's not a privilege that was given to me. As far as Clubhouse, I think that's a flop. But yeah, I would. I don't care. It depends on what do you know? What can you give me that's not monetary? I don't care about followers and stuff, but can you give me a nugget, a piece of information that I don't know? I'll do one with you right now if you can teach me something.
So do you never look at this and go, right, so a guy on a Clubhouse comes to you and says, dude, there's like, I don't know, 10,000 people in this Clubhouse room. Would you never say, that's some good exposure there, I'll go and demonstrate my knowledge? You never look at it that way. It's always based on what can I learn? Is that?
Yeah, if people are coming to me to want to do something, that's what that's how I'm looking at it. And most of the time, I don't know. To go on to other people's, I guess I would be looking at their counts, but if I'm trying to talk to somebody, it's either a stepping stone, or there has to be some type of, it's not a money or a follower thing. It's more of, I'm trying to advance to the next level, So that's how I look at it. I don't know.
I regularly go on other people's Clubhouses or LinkedIn Lives or other, podcasts and whatever. Of course, I do look at the minimum. I want exposure. I don't want to chat shit for an hour and get literally nothing from it. In terms of exposure. However, I have been ignorant to smaller people in the past who've then blown up to be big people, and people have also done that with me. I've seen people look down their nose at me before when I've asked people to come on my podcast or whatever it's going to be, and they're like, that guy's a bum, or whatever, he's got a crap following or whatever. And obviously things change, someone can become prominent. And so I'm not necessarily looking at follower counts. And equally, I'm also happy to give back to the community. I get a good feeling if the interview is going to be good, and I believe that the person can interview me for me to demonstrate my knowledge. They can ask the right questions. Then these are all things that I look at rather than follower count. And as I say, it's also good to give back to other people, because I've had bigger influences help me in the past. Sam Rush being one of them gave me an amazing platform to build a personal brand, and I'll be forever grateful for that. And many other people that have had me on their podcasts and stuff to build my personal brand. So again, I think I do feel some responsibility to be able to help others in the way that I've been helped. So yeah, I do look at it that way as well. So yeah. But yeah, it's not always based in follower accounts. If I think you're going to do a good solid job and grow and all that kind of stuff, then fuck it, why not? So that's the way I look at it.
SEMrush gets it, dude. They get it. I think they're cool, man. I like SEMrush.
SEMrush have massively helped me over the years in terms of exposure. So you know, the big following and all that, and I've massively tapped into that. So listen, we've all got to help each other get a leg up, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, but Sacklane has a 200 USD budget on link building. What type of links and strategy to do to boost my buying keyword? Already all my keywords are ranked in the top 5. If you've got $200, I'm not going to lie, you have a couple of options. One, go to Holly Starts Network and sign up for it and get yourself a bunch of links on there.
Have yourself a good dinner. No.
Yeah.
Just call it a
day. You know, these are, you know, that budget is lucky to get you 2 guest posts in reality. Is that going to be enough to move the needle? No. Now, I get, you know, people are tied to budgets and you know, Chris, you've been there as well. You've had no fucking money. I know you still pretend you've no money. Chris is tight as fuck. So, you know, there are certain things that you could get. And I think, you know, someone like Holly's News Network, why wouldn't you want to utilize the power of that network? You know, I can't remember off the top of my head what it costs. Is it like $99 for whatever? And, you know, there's different packages, I'm sure. But I would go on there and take advantage of what you can get on there and utilize someone's news network or something. It's the best you're going to get for $200 at the moment, and try and get a leg up and hopefully make more money and be able to you know, get a more realistic link budget, because genuinely $200 is not going to do much, sadly. So
yeah, even I've spent links and content. Whew, I've probably spent that's 200's tough. I mean, I'm tight, but 200 is, you know, maybe that's not enough, my friend. You could get a lot of good stuff, but even if you go like all the time, even if you went to people by the hour, right? Let's just say we use that as a platform, and you were like just looking for anybody that could go like Yahoo Finance, you get the best guy for the best deal, right? You get what I'm talking about? Yeah. Even that would be hard to stretch.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be tough with that. You could probably work a lot better with like $3,000. Hey, you have a lot more flexibility.
Yeah. So
yeah, anyway,
Robert's got a question. What are good places to buy links if you're not well connected as an SEO? Not the Black Hat stuff. I talked to a few guys in Black Hat World and Builder Society, and also to C Carter, but you only see what you get if you buy a package. For me, it's like Pandora's box. So there are link vendors out there, like one of the ones that I own, linksforyou.com, where you buy a package, we'll get you links, and then you get to see what you've got at the end of it. So it is a bit like a Pandora's box. But on the flip side, no one's going to show you what they've got realistically, you know, the full inventory for you to handpick, because you know, why would they do that? So you kind of have to find someone you trust, or go to the likes of People Per Hour or some other marketplace, but you're buying the same garbage that everyone else has got. Sadly, it's harder to buy links if you're not well connected as an SEO. One of the biggest things that you know, I've probably got in my favor over a lot of people is I'm well connected. I've met a lot of people all over the world, and you know, I know who does what, and I know where to go if I need certain things and all that stuff. You know, so unless you've got that, you know, you are going to be struggling. You are going to have to look at the marketplaces, do outreach, or you know, whatever. But again, you're going to have to put your faith into someone like linksforyou.com, or you know, any of the other link vendors that are out there. And you know, you've got guys like Randy Rodet who does PR. But unless you do PR, he's not going to tell you what, like, he'll tell you some of the links you might get prior to it, but he doesn't know. So when your PR run's done, then you get the list of links that you got. So that's kind of how it works. So it can't really change. But I get your point as well. It's like Pandora's box. You're giving a fucking dude money and you don't know what the fuck you're getting in return. But that's where you have to take a gamble and try different people. And if somebody comes good, then stick with them. Is the best advice I can do. But there's no white hat, shop. And Ryan Durrani, who's probably not listening, but this is an SEO dude in the UK, Chris, and he's like, that Craig, like, tell me where all the big dogs shop, like, stop this fucking people per hour and links for you and all these recommendations, like, tell me where the real guys go, like, there's got to be some special place. Like, dude, there's fucking not. There really is not a special place. Like, and I know guys like you, Chris, are sneaking about on, Black Hat World and, all these different things, looking for different people, and you'll try a dude out, you might get your fingers burnt. But then, I know certainly, when you get someone that's good, you abuse it for as long as you can. And that's the nature of the game, right?
It's the nature of the game. Yeah. You eventually link up with people that have networks. And when you buy enough from them, sometimes they'll send you a new kind of list.
The VIP list.
Yeah, I mean, I've ran across that a few times.
Yeah.
Where there's like, there's like public inventory, and then there's like, well, I have these. Stuff. They're a little bit more, but I have this too,
Yeah. Hopefully that helps you, Robert. I'm not sure how much though. Micro-influences can help grow authority and reach 100%. Sandy Rowley. So, yeah, most people are always happy to help out. Groot Music is asking, is creating a Web 2.0 profile, comments, forums, article submission links any good? I've read a lot of articles and mostly they advise to do guest posting, which is not free most of the time. So he's asking that, but then he goes on to say, what type of backlinks do we recommend to rank keywords? Building backlinks is very confusing for him. So so going back to the first question, is article submissions, Web 2.0s, and all the usual stuff, are they things that you would use, or where in your link building strategy do you use them, Chris?
I mean, for anything that's higher competition, higher profit, right? Generally, you're going to have to utilize guest posts, press releases, stuff like this, right? In a lot of these local markets, you're going to find that you can get away with a lot of this lower level stuff and do fairly well. It'll get you to a certain point, enough to where you have enough money to, okay, I can start buying some higher quality links. So I think that's the best answer. It really depends on the market that you're in. At some point, you're going to have to spend that money to compete. If you want to compete in particular markets, it costs. Sometimes you don't have to, and you can get away with all this kind of stuff. And it can be effective, depending on how you're structuring it. So comments are wildly interesting pieces that are often overlooked. The forums are a little tricky. There's not enough volume there fast enough. Article submissions are pretty fun. The Web 2s are okay as long as they're not, the regular ones. Yeah, I think you could get a long way with this, but not in very competitive markets.
Yeah, you have to go for the guest posts or PR or niche edits, that type of thing. Yeah, this stuff is just junk that you would maybe use to power up other links or whatever. But hopefully that helps you. Groot Music, live IRL fan is here. Mr. Beast. This is the second time in a few days that someone's mentioned this Mr. Beast guy. He revealed he was in a group spending all day and all night trying to figure out the YouTube algorithm and figure out how to get people to watch longer. So do you follow this Mr. Beast guy, Chris?
Actually, yes, I do. Yeah, he's on my personal. I watch just to see what he's doing. I've seen all of his interviews, him with Daryl Eves and all these guys. I mean, but these guys have been hosted on YouTube's platform. They're like boys, you know? So, I mean, hey, if you build up a relationship with the platform, I would venture to guess that you too could get 13 million, 25 million views, you know? You know, I don't think he's like, you know, oh, I have 13 million views. I think hard work plus, you know, budget plus being plugged in with the, I think there's a lot of factors, not just got lucky and produced videos.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more to that for that guy in particular. I
For
think there's a lot more
sure.
going on. Yeah.
For sure. Now, next question from Holly. Hey, Craig, did you know that the YouTube link from the news section is a do follow? I didn't know that until I just started looking. I wonder if AHRS will pick up. I did not. I didn't even look, to be honest. But
And I'm sorry, I'm seeing Holly now. And hey, I saw that there was, I hope that out of those 2 spots, right? I hope that that was just marketing, Holly. If there's 2 spots, I hope one of those spots is for me.
No,
yeah, yeah, never mind. I won't get into it, but I want to make sure that it's on the business account. I was having a little bit of trouble with maybe it's like buying safe and stuff. I don't know what it is. Utilizing a particular card in inventory. I was having a little bit of trouble with my with stuff lately. It's kind of wild, really. But yeah, man, I want in there. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
To listen like a sensei.
Justin is offering to buy you dinner, Chris.
All right, done.
For some rank and rent site backlinks. Still done? Still
easy.
Dinner date?
I could give you one for a month. For a dinner.
Expensive dinner session once a month, Justin. But
I could lead you in the right direction, though. There's a guy out there that I've been using that's pretty good. That's a rental basis. They're like Trust Flow 50s, and they're real Trust Flow 50s. They're pretty good, really nice. That's about $60 a month.
Not bad, not bad. Sackling, go to store. I'm going to put it up. Store.hollystarks.com if you want to check out Holly's stuff that she has available. So go and check that out and yeah, grab it for the budget you've got. I would certainly be looking to do that. So he also asked how much budget on link building, low competition Amazon affiliate niches.
You got to look at comp.
You've got to look at the competition. You can't just say it's £500 a month or whatever. But again, you have to look at the competition and decide what's affordable for you and try and utilize some of that income to go towards your content and your links. Try and split it all up and see what happens. David Hennessy, good to see you, mate. Craig, what would be a rough estimate of how much do you think you would need to spend on link building for your casino site to get the needle to move? Probably 50k. And I'm not joking when I say that. Just with the sheer level of competition and stuff, that's what I'm expecting to pay or invest before the needle moves. So yeah, it's something that needs deep pockets, that's for sure. And yeah, it's a tough niche, but got to do what we've got to do. But Mr. Mark Rose, how are you, mate? Long time no see. One of them are yours, yeah, haha. So one of the spaces are yours, Chris, I think. That's what Holly's saying.
One of them are mine, yes. All right, good. I love Holly. I've been watching her since Blueprint. Watching her and seeing her with the different little interviews. It was cool, man. I like Holly.
And Yeah. So Robert's saying, thanks for trying, but not really. Is there any SEO groups mastermind to connect with online? Maybe you have some kind of mastermind. So I do. Chris does. Holly does. It depends on which one of us you feel is most relevant to what you're trying to achieve. Because I'm pretty confident in saying that we don't really have a lot of crossover between what we all do. We're not all doing the same shit. So so it really comes down to what you're wanting to do. Mine's is Craig Campbell Mastermind.com. Chris Palmer's is SEOmastermind.org. And just go to store.hollystarks.com and see what she's got available. We all have a mastermind. It just depends on which one of us fit your criteria.
Or you could just search on Google SEO Mastermind and go to the first result. Huh? Right? Hey,
Let me check. Don't make me come after that search term, Chris. They can't be asked. That's the truth. MastermindSEO.org.
Oh, this guy. Oh, this guy. I'm number 2. Oh, dude, this guy's been fighting me. That's okay. Oh, all right. Don't go to the first one. Go to the second one. Don't see that guy. I don't even know that guy. Darn it. I can't believe he knocked me off again, dude.
I told you that's what happened with me yesterday in my mastermind. I was showing people the CTR manipulation thing, going, the big dog's at the top, and then you're in the fucking top. I'm like, what the fuck? When did this change?
Yeah, but every search, you see the fluctuation. Because I'll look and you'll be there. You know?
Dude, I'm having that one back. Justin Weeks is going to call you later for that date, Chris.
Give me a call. Make sure you text me first. Tell me who it is.
Holly, yes, the site is now starting to get content put on it. I'm not going to lie. Hiring the content writers and getting them on board was fucking hard. It was really fucking hard. But yeah, I've kind of got through that. But I will do an update in the next week or so once I've got all my content up. Starting to get impressions and shit like that. But obviously when stuff's down in page 5, 6, 7, then the clicks are shit. So need a few more weeks and a bit more volume, and we'll see where we're at. And no problem, David. So Holly has invited you to the Facebook. Chris, check your FB notifications. I don't think Chris checks anything. So it's yeah, I sent him a message yesterday and he didn't even know until I spoke to him before the show. So it's madness. Mark Rose, did you manage to get any recordings from your talk at the Affiliate Summit? They're not out yet. I'm not sure if they are getting sold publicly. People keep asking me. In my contract, I'm not allowed to share slides or anything like that. However, they may sell them on, but I've not seen anything yet. And I'm not sure if they are releasing them. They might release them all for free. I've no clue. Absolutely no clue. But yeah, people keep asking me. And I don't think they do sell them on because they make a lot of money from the event. So I'm not sure they need to make much more in terms of selling the recordings. I think they're trying to force people to go to the event, to be honest. But if it does come out, I will let you know. By the way, if you have corporate clients, you don't buy a blind package from a forum. Okay, thanks for the info. But you do. I've worked with many corporate clients. You've no option but to buy blind from people at some point in your career. You've got to take a chance, corporate or not. You can tell your client whatever. But some of the biggest corporate companies in the world are doing guest posts and buying all this shit. So it's madness what actually happens and what people say they're doing. But listen, it's not for me to suggest that you should buy blind on a forum. Certainly, you've got to do what you feel comfortable with. But I think, it's either that or don't buy at all, and you're not going to get the traction you want. So I think sometimes you've got to take a gamble. Like, there is no, as I say, secret shop. You've just got to test guys out on a small scale, and if it works, like you say, Chris, with your man with the TF50s, even if it's a rental or whatever, just got to try different shit and see if it works. And if it gets you the return on investment, then keep paying it. But Chris is terrible on his Facebook, and I mean terrible. He's a level up from me. Yeah, the amount of people that come to me as if I'm Chris's fucking admin assistant. Dude, can you tell Chris to reply to me? Dude, can you tell Chris this? I'm like, fucking tell him yourself. So, there you go. Joe's Cranes, great to see you as always. Good to see you, Joe. And Robert's main goal is to build an agency site for himself with a lot of city landing pages. That always works well. Although I'm not sure when someone says city landing pages, Chris, so the likes of maybe SEO New York or things like that, do you think there's actually a lot of search volume? Because I've had a lot of debates with SEOs over the time, and I think SEO and city landing pages, there's a lot of vanity searches going on there, and it's always like the low end clients with $100 a month and shit like that. But do you find the same over there, or is it different?
For me, it was I think it's that particular keyword is vanity. I don't think it's useless. The GMBs is what drives the phone calls for me for new business. YouTube and the GMB assets that I have. That's where I get all the phone calls. I get random numbers multiple times a day. If it's not YouTube, it's GMB. Yeah, the New York SEO is. I mean, I'm not up there, but that one doesn't do it. The backlink building services, that's been clicking for me. That's been doing pretty well. That particular one, yeah, that one's been doing good. So I don't know.
I spoke to a lot of agencies, and they're just like ranking well for like SEO Glasgow, which is where I'm from. They're just like, nothing really fucking comes from it. And I was just curious to know if it was different in another country, but yeah, I think there's other, but as I say, not necessarily a bad thing to go after. I'm pretty sure there will be volume if you do it.
And I hear all this talk about Bing. Like I'm in some other groups, and they're real hot on Bing. Man, I have some pretty big keywords that rank very well over there, top 3.
Yeah,
and I check in, and I don't see anything from that. Nothing. Like, it's almost like doesn't even matter. Do you find the same thing, or is it just maybe the keywords I'm targeting, or?
To be honest, I don't even look at Bing. Listen, I don't even reply to half of my own emails. They go to other people within my office to reply to. If it's inquiries and stuff. So I'm not even sure. I don't even dig that deep. All I know is inquiries come from all of the shit that I do, whether that's the GMB, whether it's the SEO, whether it's the YouTube, and everything else. I'm not sure, but as long as the leads keep rolling in, I don't care. But
and too, as it builds, it's like you want to help the little guy because you were the little guy. But now I can see why it gets to the point where you try to get in touch with Neil and he's like, all right, 10 grand.
Yeah.
I could see how it gets to that point because there's so much coming that you're just like, I simply cannot focus my energy to you unless it's 10. Like, you get what I'm saying? I think I'm having a massive, that's a struggle. How do you help the people that need it the most, but make it worth your time?
You can't. You really can't.
I know, but that's crazy. That sucks.
Listen, you want to grab as much money as you possibly can, and that's it. But you want to help the small guys as well. sometimes they're easier to deal with. Some of the higher paying clients are the hardest ones to deal with. But the flip is also there as well, where some of those low paying clients give you so much grief for $200 that there's guys paying you $2,000 or whatever. They don't give you anywhere close to the same headache. So it's people in general it's hard. That's why I stick to affiliate and stuff like that. Fuck that agency shit.
Yeah, it's hard. That's a hard one to. I like the affiliate for it's way more fun, but that interaction I enjoy that too. And I don't know. And there's something about like you get a painter, right? He's been in business for 10 years. He's getting smoked by some new paint company. He talks to you. You work with him for 90 days. Then he's riding high. He's calling you, like thanking you. Like there's something that goes into that. It feels good, man.
Yeah.
I like that. I enjoy that. Anyway.
Anyway, we have about 15 minutes left, so keep your questions coming. Zach Lane is saying Holly's Stark's network is not available. Holly, is your network available? It should be. No reason why it shouldn't be. But yeah, let me check actually. So I go to Holly Stark store, Holly's News Network.
Looks like it's
it's loading for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the actual link to Holly's News Network in the chat. See if that helps you. Hope you don't mind, Holly. I'm sure Holly's fine with that. So that is where the direct link to the network is, mate. So go there and you will be able to register and sign up and all that good stuff. Check it out. Magic PR. Hello, Craig and Chris. Hope you're well, buddy. Robert saying, I asked myself the same question, but all big agencies have this kind of city landing pages. Thrive Agency is a good example of that. Listen, it buys trust and all that stuff as well. So certainly do what's working. Look at the competition, and if it's working for them, replicate it. As I say, it's all about you getting success and moving in the right direction, and go for it. Just go for it, mate. And as I say, good luck with it all. Vincent, any chance of an update in regards to the mobile Google Maps test? Are you doing that, Chris, or is that me?
I think that's you.
Me. So we have been recording some videos, and we will be releasing them over the next few weeks, but only as and when it makes sense to do so. We're trying all sorts of different weird stuff, and they will be out in due course, but not something that because I'm doing it with friends and stuff like that, so I've got to work within their time frames and within their schedules and stuff like that, and I've been away in Dubai and stuff like that, so it's not happening as quick as I would like, but we want to record them all and then release them all bit by bit, rather than doing one, waiting for a few months and doing another test. We want to just smash them out, so they will be out in the next few weeks though. And I'll keep you posted, but it's all good positive stuff from the testing, interesting things. But anyway, Alex Adicola, Craig, are you still using packet stream proxies in CTR Booster? The honest answer is absolutely no, just because I struggled to get them to work. So the answer is no packet stream proxies. I use Blazing proxies on there, but I know a lot of people are using mobile proxies on there, and they're using Gareth, the owner of that particular tool. They're using his proxies, so I would recommend them. I can't remember the name of them off the top of my head, but they are the ones that you really want to be looking at for local stuff. So yeah. Anyway, Arla. But anyway, Chris, do you use CTR Booster packet stream, or have you?
I don't use CTR Booster. I never owned it before. We played around with it. That was about it. Tested it out. I never bought it.
I also bought a course from an agency owner in Toronto, A Nerd's World, and he answered this question in the course. For him, it drives a lot of leads in, also web design leads. Fair play. If it works for him in Toronto, we're all different parts of the world. I can categorically tell you it doesn't with the multiple agencies that I have trained, worked with, and I've got friends that own. But as I say, it's all opinion based and all based on the experiences in this locality where I'm based. So what's good for me might not be good for someone else and so on. But everyone's entitled to their opinion. And if he says it does work for him, fair play, hats off to him. And as I say, hopefully that works for him. So you just got to try and test different stuff. Same way as what works for Chris Palmer might not work for me and vice versa. So that's why it's important that you do try and test your own theories and see what works for you in your location. Moshe, I can help you with some tasks. Facebook free marketing, Facebook business. Fucking hell, promoting. How the fuck? Anyway.
Next.
Oh, mate. Robert.
Funny.
Holly, see you later on. Take it easy and catch up with you soon. Do I know good guys from Germany, Switzerland, or Austria? I know a German guy that's in my mastermind. Not sure about the other locations. I probably do, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. Pretty sure Christoph Semper is from Austria, Vienna. Pretty sure he is. And there's a few other guys. So, yeah, I probably do. But I definitely know one from Germany who stays in Portugal that's in my mastermind group. Nice guy. Turbo Proxy. Do you know anyone, actually, Chris? Do you know anyone in these countries?
Not off the top of my head, but I would venture to guess yes. Yeah.
There'll be someone.
Most of the guys I know are, China, Russia. I don't know. They're all over, man. But most of the people I deal with a lot are Russia, China. Depends on what I'm doing.
And Turbo Proxy, Craig Mullins is suggesting for CTR Booster. Check it out. Turbo Proxy is the name. Alex Adicola is laughing, and I'm pretty sure Stiggs is laughing at the same thing. The affiliate school. Hey guys, I reckon most of the search volume for those city SEO keywords is SEO agencies and freelancers searching to see where their own websites are at. I 100% agree with that. That's why we were saying it was a vanity thing. It's for people to look at themselves or show their friends or show their clients and fight against each other and all that stuff. So that's certainly from my experience. But as I say, there will be people that get leads from it to some degree. I just felt that when I done it, the quality of the leads were very low. And what I'd also argue here, and I'm not sure if you would agree with this, Chris, but most of the clients that you deal with probably don't even know what SEO is. They don't know that term. So what are people actually looking for as a business owner who's looking to rank their website online? Is it SEO? Because most of the people I've come across as clients in the past, even, to the current date, are calling it things like CEO and fucking, they can't even say it properly, never mind, search for it properly. So I think, depends on where your potential target audience is. And as an agency, so
digital marketing.
Yeah, digital marketing and stuff like that would be much better search terms to go after, or internet marketing, online marketing, all of that kind of thing would work a lot better for me. But again, it's all opinion based, as I say. Do whatever works, and it works a treat, and that's a great point. So ZD Electrical saying it works a treat. I'm not sure if you're suggesting the landing pages work a treat or Turbo Proxies work a treat. Not sure, but hey, whatever works as long as it's working. Greg Bissoni, I've first page rankings for many lower competitive city pages, but some cities I can't break into the first page. What would you recommend to help move the needle other than optimize the content, Chris?
Well, I think that's the very first step, is making sure that content is really good. The next piece that I would do is start sending internal links to that page containing exact or any type of partial match internal anchor text to that page. I'd send as many internal links to that page as possible. The next piece would maybe build out 2 to 3 supporting pieces of content. And then what I would do is, depending on budget, I'd be looking to do my riskier link building to those pages to help propel the primary service page. Yeah, so that's probably what I would do. I'd go back in there and retune and optimize the page, make sure the headings are right, densities are right? Tune the page properly. The next piece would be internal links going to that page, and then I'd build out 1 or 2, probably just 1 internal, like a supporting piece of content, and just pummel that page with links and direct it to that page. It's probably what I would do, but it depends on the niche. But that's usually the way to do it, in my opinion.
Interesting. Nah, as I say, I can't really add much more than that. I think you've pretty much nailed everything that you can really nail. So, yeah.
I run across this a lot, though, and I'm sure you have too. Like, you'll get to people and they'll, they're on page, they'll think that it's on point, and it's like, the top performer has 6% density, for the keyword, and then you're looking at their page and they're a 0.83, and you're like, well, you're a little off here. That's all. There's just that. It's usually something minor you're looking over.
Here is a question that I like, Chris. Here is a question that I like.
What's that?
There's lots of PBNs and spammy links on my competitors' sites. Should I create the same type of links? So if that's what's winning, would you follow suit?
Well, no, because you can recreate authority. So if they've got there, if they've reached the finish line cheaper and they've done it that way, that's one way to go about it. But if you have the budget and you have access, you could get there with far less links that are higher quality, right? So I think that you could get there both ways, but you don't have to follow suit, no. But you might want to take a look at their anchor diversity. You might want to take a look at, how many site-wide backlinks do they have? Like, how many of their links are site-wide links, right? What are the authority scores? Like, what links are actually powering it? And what's the anchor text behind those? And are they site-wide links? Where are they coming from? So, yeah, I might recreate the ones to get into the link graph, but I wouldn't recreate their whole profile. No. I think it's a waste. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully that helps you.
You need to get good quality relevant links for any website that you're working for, whether it's a BA10 and whatever amount of clicks it's getting. You need to get good quality relevant links, and that is it. Just good quality stuff that people can't get their hands on easily, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the best I can say. Live IRL fan is sending traffic through YouTube comments. I get top comments really easily for cheap. I'm testing by sending traffic to a YouTube playlist to promote an artist. But man, I don't get much traffic at all. It's insane because the video gets 10k views an hour. Trying to think of a way to make it not look spammy. I'm really genuine with my approach. Man, Holly's the person that needs to answer these things. She likes playing with all that shit. I'm kind of clean when it comes to YouTube and cautious. But Chris, do you play games like that on your YouTube?
No, I have a channel that I've dedicated to playing with, but it falls second to local stuff. Yeah, I don't play with my YouTube channel. That's my No way. It took me. It was too much work, dude. I don't mess around with YouTube. It took too long, too much time invested, too much thought. There was just too much work to risk. But I do have a channel to play with, though. Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Robert is asking, what is in your mastermind, Chris? He says, can you give us a short preview, as there's not much info on the pages. I'm not going to sell mine, because mine is pretty much for SEOs who know what they're talking about. Wanting to get into affiliate marketing. No, I'm genuine when I say that. I'm not meaning that to be rude. Sorry if that came across as rude. But no, mine is more experienced people that understand a lot of stuff and want to go into advanced stuff, and maybe have agencies that want to go into affiliate marketing, and people that maybe want to buy and sell websites and stuff like that. Yours, Chris, what's your angle?
Well, I have three angles. The first is testing. So testing what works primarily in local markets, but also other markets as well. Just techniques and strategies, stuff that actually moves the needle for maps and Google My Business. And we test other stuff as well, but that gives you access to everything that I have as far as the training programs. I just launched a middle section, which will be like day one to page one is what I'm going to call it, I think, or like rank and bank is probably, I think, was what I went with. Just taking an affiliate site from start till finish. And then once I get done with that, I'll just redo it again. I think the first one will be with probably web hosting, something difficult that's not gray hat or black hat. And then last but not least is the group coaching, which is, it's almost like having a consultation session once a week, anything that you're working on currently that we can work through. And then when the time is up, whatever the new program of the month is, like the new training stuff, I teach it live there, get your feedback, give you the information first. So I have 3 separate groups all in one day, all hosted one day, every Thursday from 12 to 6. Yeah, all in one day. Boom.
Mine's is not got all of those angles. Mine's is pretty much group coaching. And yeah, as I say, that's pretty much what mine's is about. But if you want testing, if you want stuff, go to this guy's mastermind. For sure. Mine's is, as I say, for most of the people in there are quite technical speaking and fairly advanced. And I think it would be detrimental to your learning process if you weren't at that level. You'd be like, what the fuck are these guys even talking about? So I wasn't being rude. I just think, if you're experienced, and trying to go up to the next level, then that's there. But as I say, it's your choice. You've got to try them all out again. So hopefully that helps you, Robert. But Chris has a wider range of options, that is for sure. Live IRL fan is going on about the SMM panels, and I can't find one that works for YouTube community posts and all that kind of stuff. So Live IRL fan, you need to keep trying. You'll get there eventually. But sadly, guys, we are out of time for this week. Do check out Chris Palmer, SEO.com, SEOmastermind.org. You can check out my YouTube channel, his YouTube channel, ODYS, and all the other stuff. But we will be back again, same time next week, for another SEO Q&A session. So thank you very much for coming, guys, and we will catch you all soon.
See you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cheers.